The United States Capitol building, the home of American democracy and global symbol of freedom, is one of the most recognizable buildings in the world. The Capitol building itself reflects the history of America, growing and evolving with the nation since its first cornerstone was laid. The person first credited with the title of architect of the Capitol was Dr. William Thornton. His design for the Capitol was selected by President George Washington in 1793 to be built atop Jenkins Hill. On September 18, 1793, President George Washington laid the cornerstone, but due to the challenges of acquiring the materials and the skilled labor to build the Capitol, by August 1796, the commissioners were forced to focus the entire work effort on the building's north wing so that it could be ready for government occupancy. Even with the focus on the north wing, some third-floor rooms were still unfinished when the Congress, the Supreme Court, the Library of Congress, and the courts of the District of Columbia were moved into the building in 1800. In 1803, Congress allocated funds to resume construction of the Capitol, and Benjamin Henry Latrobe was appointed architect. By 1807, construction on the south wing was sufficiently advanced, so the House was able to occupy its new legislative chamber, and the wing was completed in 1811. By 1813, Latrobe left the Capitol due to funding shortages caused by the War of 1812 with Great Britain. On August 24, 1814, British troops set fire to the building. Only a sudden rainstorm prevented total destruction, creating what Latrobe called a most magnificent ruin. Latrobe returned to Washington in 1815 when he was rehired to restore the Capitol, but was forced to resign shortly after due to consistently missing deadlines and exceeding budgets. Architect Charles Bulfinch, Latrobe's successor, completed the chambers for the Supreme Court, the House, and the Senate, which was ready for use by 1819. Bulfinch also created the long-awaited Center Building, capping it with a copper-covered dome. After completing the dome in 1826, Bulfinch spent the next few years on the Capitol's decoration and landscaping. By 1850, it was apparent that the Capitol could no longer accommodate the increasing numbers of senators and representatives from newly admitted states. Another competition was held for the best plan to extend the Capitol. President Millard Fillmore appointed Philadelphia architect Thomas Hugh Walter, who would design and add two significant wings to the Capitol, housing the Senate on the north side and the House of Representatives on the south. As the new wings were constructed, more than doubling the length of the Capitol, it became apparent that the dome erected by Bulfinch no longer suited the building's proportions. Beginning in 1855, it was decided the old dome should be torn down and a larger cast iron dome, designed by Walter, would replace it. On December 2, 1863, the 19-foot Statue of Freedom was mounted, completing the 287-foot dome. Between 1884 and 1891, the marble terraces on the north, west, and south sides of the Capitol were constructed as part of the grounds plan devised by landscape architect Frederick Law Olmsted. The next significant alteration to the exterior of the Capitol was initiated in 1958, with a 33-foot extension of the east portico at the center of the building that was first proposed by Walter in 1864. The Capitol Visitor Center is the newest addition to the Capitol. At nearly 580,000 square feet, the Visitor Center is the largest project in the Capitol's more than two-century history and is approximately three-quarters the size of the Capitol itself. The entire facility is located underground on the east side of the Capitol, so as not to detract from the appearance of the Capitol and the grounds designed by Frederick Law Olmsted in 1874. On December 2, 2008, the anniversary of the placement of the Statue of Freedom atop the Capitol Dome, the Capitol Visitor Center opened. Since then, millions of people have visited the Capitol, entering through the Capitol Visitor Center. In the decade ahead, the Capitol will undergo further restoration and improvements, ensuring this iconic building and home of American democracy endures for generations to come.